top.
You should not. You just do like
How
this.
to,
Okay, because my Dutch is
Just to
going
go
out.
inside
They just lay flat.
the cover directly.
we
That's
did
it.
like a patio.
It's simple.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Very nice. Yeah, just use the water bags right on top. Never, ever put cinder blocks or bricks to hold down your cover, because I can tell you that every year I get at least, that's good for me, I get about 10 or 15 new liner jobs for people that left it, you know, the cover got too heavy, boom, a hole in it. So yes, that's why we use the water bags. If it falls in, it's not going to damage your liner with that. All right. So what I want you to do is, the next thing is, you also got a pump with your cover. So that pump is there to take any excess water off of the cover. And you want to do it for as long as you can, because once it gets to the point where it's freezing, you're not going to be able to take anything off the cover. The reason why you do that is you do not want excess weight on the cover. So this is another way that your pool can get damaged. So every year somebody comes and tells me, Vin, I have a leak in my pool. I opened up my pool and there was half of the water that I took out is now gone. Well, what happens is that you have displacement and you don't realize that it's happening. As water accrues on the cover, it starts to push down, and slowly that water will escape out of the top of the pool. You don't see it, you don't notice it, because that's how slowly it happens. So if you open up the pool and there's not much water in the pool, typically don't have anything to worry about. What you do have to worry about is why I tell you to pump off all that excess water off the cover, is because if your water is one of the ones that drop over the winter, and you have this excess weight pulling on the sides of the pool, it's going to pull that pool in and damage it. Winter damage is not covered under warranty. It's considered an act of God. So that's why you have to be as diligent as possible to make sure that you drain the water off your cover. A lot of times I recommend getting a roof rake, and as it snows, you take that and start taking some of the snow off as well too. I know it's not practical, you're not going to do it all the time, but it is good to have one to get as much of the excess weight off the cover as possible during the winter time. Once the cover is on, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to put your leaf net on. Now the leaf net is something that was always optional. It was something that we told people about, and you would decide whether to buy it. This is the first year we put it in our package because it's one of the best things that will help save you a lot of time and energy. So what happens is the leaf net goes on top of the cover. You only leave the leaf net on until all the leaves fall off. Once all the leaves fall off, you then take that cover off along with all the leaves, and now your cover is perfectly clean. We have a lot of times where in the beginning of the season, people don't take the water or the leaves off the cover. They try to take that pool cover off. All that dirty water then goes into the pool. Then you're spending $300, $400, $500 in chemicals in the beginning of the season. Having a leaf net on there is going to save those leaves from going on the thing, and it's just going to make your life a lot easier.
My problem is I have pine trees,
Yeah.
and the leaf cover doesn't really help.
It's not going to help the pine trees at all. Yeah.
It's nothing.
No, they haven't done anything for that yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the pine needles too also make the water acidic. Also, but yeah, those are a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
So you'll still have pine needles to
Yeah.
do it.
Or the little one.
Chainsaw.
Yeah. The pump that comes with the kit, what I do is I recommend don't leave it on there. Put it on there after it rains. Because what happens if you leave it on, most people end up forgetting it there, and then it's going to stay and it's going to get cold, freeze, and break. So just pop it on there after rain. So now you can leave about 2 inches of water on the cover just to sort of, so it's not flapping around in the wind. So you can leave about 1 inch or 2 on the cover if you like.
The pump goes on the cover?
On top of the cover.
And how does it pump off the water?
You connect it to a garden hose.
Is that self-explanatory?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, so literally there's a spigot for the garden hose on a little attachment. You attach it, run it to daylight, and then plug it in.
How much do you charge to close the pool? This seems too complicated.
No, it's really not that bad. But if we to close the pool without a deck, it's $250. With a deck, it's $270. With a partial deck, it's $275. for us to close it.
Okay.
You know, we're usually in and out of there within about
I'll do it
30
for
minutes. So yeah, we're usually out there without a half an hour, 45 minutes. If it's something that you want to do, don't wait. We do get booked up. We do get booked up pretty quick. We do about 800 closings a year. So.
And
you know,
when
I
do you
guess-
close it?
Pardon?
When do you close the pool?
Traditionally after Labor Day.
Did anybody close yet?
No.
No, I did my first closing this morning, and my guys started doing their closing last week. We started doing closing. I personally keep my pool open until October because I like the way it looks. You know, and I don't have any trees by it, so I don't have a problem with leaves. Once the leaves start coming down, if you have, it gets to be a pain in the butt. So that's the only thing. Nobody's really gonna look.
What about the
Swimming is
the
done at this
heating
point for the
pump?
most part.
The heating pump.
Heat pump?
Uh-huh.
So good thing. So if you have a heater or a heat pump, thank you for bringing that up. I almost forgot that. They have to be blown out. So once everything's attached, take like a shop vac and just blow out the lines to make sure there's no water in there. And what I recommend doing is if you're going to do anything, at the least take a piece of plywood like you do with your central air units and cover the top of it. They do make covers for them. They're like $100. You could probably even go get a grill cover at Lowe's for cheaper and just throw it on top. But
Heater you're talking about?
the heater,
You
yep,
just buy like a tarp. with
exactly.
Top,
Bungee
that's
cord,
it.
exactly. Yep. So yeah, the heat pump covers or the heater covers are not worth it. But the big thing is just like anything else to make sure there is no water. There typically are drain plugs on the bottom, which you undo. But then what I always do is just take a shop vac and blow everything out so you're good to go. But that's pretty much the process. Now we're going to open it up to questions. Yes?
You're saying give the excess snow, whatever, but always still leave a couple inches on top of the cover? That's what
You can leave a couple inches on top of the cover. If you're in a windy area, yes. If not, I personally take all the water off. Unless you're in a windy area. I have some people that are in wind tunnels. And if you don't have a little bit of water on it, the cover, all things. So you need to leave a little on there to take place. The less water on the cover, though, the better.
I have one more question. I'm sorry to ask so many stupid questions. There are 3 things you're supposed to take off. Can you just review the light part again?
Yes,
I
sure.
lost you there.
So basically how it works, you all have a light that's was made by Jacuzzi. So how the light works, it has its housing or niche as we call it, and then it actually has the light bulb.
Right.
So how the light bulb comes out is there's a lock nut on the back side, on the outside,
On the
of, the
outside
pool.
of the pool.
So once you undo that lock nut, then you're able to sort of push that light out a little bit, and then once you push it out, you have to pull that light through the pool.
On the inside of the
On
pool.
the inside.
You want
of
to take the light out?
You want to take the light out.
The light goes in the house?
Yes.
Okay.
So wait. Look, I have some people that have kept the light in the pool and have had no issues. I've had other people that have had issues. I don't even think Jacuzzi has a recommendation either way, whether to take it out or to leave it in. We just sort of do it as a precaution. I mean, that light, if you have to buy it again, is $250. So if you can take it out, it's definitely worth it to take it
And
out.
what goes in that hole?
That the number 10 plug, which
The
is in
plug
your
is
bag.
in the
It's a
bag.
rubber plug.
Okay.
Yep, that's it. And all that is an expandable plug. You pop it in. Once you get it in there, you just tighten it
Okay.
up, and then you're good to go.
What about the frog filter?
Pardon?
The frog filter?
The frog system. So what the frog system with that, you're going to have to turn that. So we leave that connected to the sand filter. But what I do is you take the top off, take the mineral pack out, and then you turn it upside down so it's facing upside down. So no water can get into the canister. That mineral pack. Does everybody have the frog system here? No? No, you don't want the frog system. So with the frog system is that mineral pack inside has to be changed every single year. So just throw it away.
Where is
Okay.
the mineral pack?
It's inside the frog system already.
So when you put the canister of chlorine in there,
It's that green piece that fits into.
oh, it's at the bottom then.
Yeah, it's literally right inside the frog.
Okay, I'll have to look. Do you want to change that?
Yes, that you have to change every year. You have to change that
Oh,
next
Yeah,
year.
that's for season.
Yes.
What's the frog system?
Frog system is another alternative
Where is that, at the bottom?
that we sell. It reduces
Excuse me,
chlorine.
they connected, I
But
touched.
is anybody on Pristine Blue here? Is So you're on pristine blue and you're on pristine blue. Yeah, so it's just another alternative that we have just to reduce the amount of chlorine that you get into the.
Now, all that same thing applies to solar water systems, right?
It does.
Do I have to take the
Cell. Yep. Everything's got to be disconnected. The only thing that stays outside is
white box?
is the tank.
So all the
That's it.
hose must be disconnected?
Yeah, I mean technically you could leave the hose.
Can I leave the white panel?
Oh yeah, the electrical panel. Yeah, that's fine. That's the,
How would the filter at the beside
the pump has to come in.
The tank.
Oh, that's
The tank stays outside.
Cover it?
You don't even need to cover it. If you want to put something on top like a plastic bag to prevent the sticker up top, because that wears out over time.
So I gotta disconnect that pump
Yes.
and put it inside the house?
Yep.
You don't want to bring the tank in for any other reason?
No, it's it's like 150 pounds worth of stuff. You know,
Heavy,
that stays
heavy.
But it
outside.
won't crack, it won't,
Not if it's closed properly, it won't crack.
the tank part?
Yep.
Okay, you're not wrapping it, not doing anything to that?
Nope. Any other questions?
I have one other question.
Sure.
The filthy frog thing, you
Yep.
don't, do you take out the chlorine?
Yes, you take all that out.
You don't
and then
need that?
Take off the top and then turn it upside down.
Okay.
I'm not doing it for 2 weeks.
Oh, one more thing. If you guys are in a high wind area also, and you don't have a deck, we have this stuff. It's like saran wrap. And you just wrap it around the pool. It prevents the winter from flapping up. So if you do have something, you let me know. Has everybody here downloaded our app yet or no?
No.
Oh, whoa. We got an app.
You did say you
We
have
developed it
that.
last year. There was a sign up on the thing all day. So if you want, you can go to just go to the App Store and go to OC Pools. Just search it in the whatever Apple Store, or if you have an Android device. And what it does, it tells you what points you have. So you can always check your points. It also has all our water lab guides on it. Has our winter closing guide on it. It has all of our resources that we have here in the store. And then also next year, you have it?
Yeah.
I thought you did. Also next year, we're starting a new delivery service where you'll be able to order your chemicals and supplies online, and we deliver them right out to your house. While we're at your house, we'll test your water also. So that's something we're launching this year. Delivery service.
Of
I
what?
got to compete with Amazon. So yeah, but Amazon doesn't test your water, and they're not pool guys.
What's it called? Yeah.
It's just search under
Horizontal
OC Pools. Yeah, OC Pools. I think it's in the system as. And like I said, the big thing is it keeps track of all your points, and then you have access to all our water lab guides. If you're stuck, our closing guides, all of our things, and then eventually, probably this winter when I have time, there'll be a new update to it where we'll have our online store. Our online store is just going to be specific. It's going to be just like our chemicals, some nets. It's not going to have our whole catalog. It's just going to have basic stuff that if you need to order the torpedo packs, we deliver them right to the house instead of having you guys come.
We're in the neighbor. We want to say hi.
Yeah.
But you don't deliver right now, right?
I mean, technically we could deliver right now. We haven't really launched the platform yet. But if you needed something to deliver, you can always give us a call. So the world is changing, or has changed.
Exactly. Where we keep moving.
So, anything else?
Not yet.
All right. Well, if you end up wanting to sign up to get us to close it, just go see the girls. If you have any questions while you're doing it, just let us know. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate the